Look, our product is not the cure-all to fix our country's healthcare crisis. But as long as payers are a part of it, they have an obligation to run the most efficient operations. A subrogation vendor once told us, "We're finding 8 out of every 10 plan participants involved in injury claims. That's 80%. And we said to him, "That's great, but how do you know it's a total of 10? Why not 20? Or 50? Or even 100? In fact, how would he or any other vendor know how many third-party liability or work comp claims are really out there if they're depending on the right codes, answered form letters, and timing? You don't need to lose your software vendors, but you must gain a new understanding. If you think that your cost containment operations, TPA, or Subro vendors are finding everything that there really is to find, you're in for a very rude awakening. The real question is, do you want to be awakened to how much you're really missing? Our company wants you to challenge our assumptions and our promises. Welcome to SubroShare. What we offer is a unique web-based data repository where a new captured transparency from your health provider will now allow you to identify many more opportunities to recover your plan's money. We're not a subrogation company. We're a necessary data reporting tool used in claims analysis specifically for cost containment. You use us as an add-on to your existing operations. For payers, depending on participation and insurer size, our technology guarantees that upon a positive web-based search, you will find only those plan participant injury claim situations which would never be found by your operations and vendors. No duplicate finds. Identifies plan participants and the attorneys involved in their claim. Won't it be nice to have direct identifying information and not to rely solely on timely return of plan participant forms? Allows you to keep your operations and Subro vendors, but to challenge their success and effectiveness. For plan administrators and outsourced provider networks, participating in SubroShare will help you to add a uniquely differentiated value to your current and future payer clients. If you're bringing brand new revenue to them, why shouldn't you benefit too? SubroShare is introduced to payers directly or through their TPA. It's a provider-driven reporting tool, which is free and easy for payers in becoming clients. First implemented through the Provider Relations Department. A no-fee tool for providers to join and use. HIPAA compliant. Completes the injury claim analysis process by focusing on transparency between a provider's records department and payer claim operations. Web-based, with no software to buy, no costly upgrades, and no customer support fees. This is an ongoing and consistently improving program involving your contracted health providers. Captured revenue will continue to grow over time. Our unique data, known as Certified Recovery Reports, completes the analysis of plan participant TPL and work comp screening for your paid claims. In order to benefit, and you will benefit, you as the health payer must be on board with supporting mandatory provider participation in SubroShare. I don't have to tell you that healthcare is tightening and everyone, including patients and providers, are asking for transparency. You know all the mouths you already have to feed. Payer obligations to provider reimbursement, affordability of premiums, employing large numbers of individuals, and sustaining the value with taxpayers and shareholders. Your health providers already are contracted and are obligated to provide you with this type of data. We've simply improved the level of what you'll be receiving. Now you can find all the missed paid claims you would have never, ever known about. We interviewed the subrogation department for a well-known Blue Cross Blue Shield carrier, and we asked, other than workers' compensation, what percentage of your injury claim involvement is related solely to auto accidents? And he said about 97%, and we average about $2,700 for each recovered claim. We then asked about claims relating to medical malpractice, product liability, pharmaceutical liability, class action, assault, etc., and received this answer. Quote, rarely do we find those, except if we're lucky enough to be told about it from the plan participant's form response. It was at that time we realized that analysis of injury claim involvement was in fact limited by the use of the claim form. It's simply a mediocre data medium at best. And there are some subrogation firms that talk about court record searches. The problem with this is that the majority of estimates put actual injury claims that get filed in court under 10%. Most of them you'll never find because they don't go to court, they stay private. Our conclusion? Today's claims analysis software and vendors are simply finding the low-hanging fruit. If a single non-auto liability claim that you find from a plan policyholder is worth $50, $100, or $500,000 or even more, do you as the payer really want to leave it hidden? Because that's what's happening now. As a payer client of SubroShare, you will pay two unique and distinctly separate fees. First, a small monthly upload fee of $3.49 for each provider-submitted record we create, specifically relating to any of your plan participants involved in a third-party or work comp action, and a processing fee of $99 for the download of each certified recovery report, which always indicates the plan participant is in an active injury claim and is non-duplicative of any other third-party liability or workers' comp data find. So keep your subrogation vendors. This simply will show you all the incremental finds you would have missed. Best of all, there are no contingency fees. We're not in your back pocket. This means your recovered money is your money. Whether you recover $1,000 or $1 million, our fee is always the same for the data you download and use. Payers, including TPAs and outsourced provider networks. Our website provides a tremendous amount of comprehensive information. We invite you to read it thoroughly, and don't forget to view the How It Works tutorials as well. In today's healthcare crisis, keeping monies and reducing waste is more important than ever. Furthermore, because plan participants and injury claim attorneys are not obligated to proactively tell payers of settlements, payers and vendors are at the mercy of whatever voluntary information happens to come through claim form and subsequent plan participant response. It's time for a new level of transparency because payers need the right data too. If you're a payer, TPA, or outsourced network with payer clients, call the number on the bottom of the screen or click the orange Get Started button. Thanks for taking the time to watch this presentation.